So this is, we've got a wall, and we found out that the foundations of our wall are almost missing. The mortar that was underneath this wall has crumbled to a dust and has come out. This is the mortar here, and it's just, that's the hardest actually of what I've found so far. And we found this kind of all over the house. So I think in the first 5 or maybe 10 years of this house, all this mortar started drying out and becoming crumbly, and that's why we've got a lot of cracks in the walls as the walls have shifted and moved, and then the next owners have just put wallpaper over the whole house in order to get rid of all the cracks. And I think this is going to be a continual problem, but I don't think anything's happened in the last 30 years, so we should be right. So in this case, I found this wall that we're going to renovate is completely, actually there's nothing left underneath it anymore. So that means there's nothing holding this wall up from the bottom anymore. And the risk is that if the glue or the mortar that's holding this wall together does start to give way over the next 10 or 20 years, then it's going to start cracking, and as the wall falls down, back down to the concrete level. So the plan is to get some mortar, which I've mixed up. I've got masking tape down on the ground so I don't get the mortar that goes on the concrete, won't stick to the concrete to make a mess, because we are going to get some floorboards put down on this. And the intention is to make this stuff hopefully as wet as possible without ruining it, and pushing it underneath. So I've got a corner tool used for, what's it used for? Corners, fine. On that, I'm just going to pop that against it, squish it down, and then squish it underneath, and keep pushing and pushing it until it gets to the other side. So the key thing with mortar is it's not strong in itself, it's only strong when it's got kind of a weight pushing down on it. So once it sets, it's really strong the way gravity goes, pushing down, but it's not strong side to side. And it will, crumble from the sides. But the key is we want to kind of get it pushed all the way in there, hopefully all the way to the other side, and then when it sets, it'll provide that firm base for the brick to fall back down on, should it fall again, which we assume it will. The house has been here for a while, hopefully it'll be here for many, many more years. And so once that's all sort of pushed in and pushed around to the other side, we'll let it set. I'll take the masking tape up, and then hopefully we'll have a nice neat fill underneath this wall, and that'll re-support it for the next 20 or 30 years. Fingers crossed.